Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, and those in this gospel brought lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is titled, The Elites Are Ready to Set Up Their NWO. Alright, just watching a few videos and, through the spirit, just doing research and getting information on certain things, man. Coin shortages or alleged coin shortages, the housing market collapse that seems to be imminent. They say it's a biased market, which is true, but in fact, people can't afford to buy homes anymore, man. Okay, shoes are not even selling out. Like you go online or Nike.com, you look at popular shoes and stuff like that, like Jordan releases, those not even selling out like that no more, man. And I mean, for some hot releases, so people are between a rock and a hard place, man, because people are starting to feel the crunch, man. People are really feeling the this devil put the squeeze on people. Okay, and we've been saying it for some time that America is going to start to collapse in stages. Okay, but yet we were scoffed and scorned and ridiculed and told we were crazy, and everybody doubted us, because they felt like we were making these things up and fear mongering. But as you can see, these things are true if you really pay attention and open your eyes up and have it ear to hear and eyes to see these things. These things are very well coming to pass. Okay, like we always quote, you will own nothing and be happy about it. And I mean, if you look at the way that the world is now, I mean, they stated that shit, man. The average person is paying an extra $200, $300 a month for rent, and then you got like the 25 to 51% that's paying an extra $300 to $400 a month for rent. Okay, which is going to be a big bite in the ass for landlords, because landlords are raising these rents to get a bang for their buck. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, the consumer is the one that's suffering, because if the consumer can't pay because prices is too high, then everybody gets shut down. And that's the thing, they want everybody to be shut out of the market, man. Okay, they don't want you to own anything, they don't want you to live, because they want to ultimately bring you to your knees, so therefore they could be justified on putting that what in you. Okay, and that's what Esau Edom wants to do. He wants to put that charagma in you, man. Why? Because he wants to play God, and he's playing God on the left hand side. Like brother did a lesson, he brought out an article stating that lawyers will have to get the brain chip in order for them to cut legal costs. Okay, now I'm assuming that that's talking about the schooling or whatever. I'm not sure, because my thing, why would a lawyer need to cut legal costs unless it's talking about his personal endeavors in school? Or it could be talking about for clients. I'm not sure. I have to read the article, but I'm assuming it's their expenses, because lawyers have expenses they have to pay in order to practice law, which is not cheap by far. So they got to get that brain, and on top of that, when you get the brain, then you could, you're pretty much like superhuman, because you can read thoughts, you can kind of know, you can decipher things quickly, okay? And you could be very efficient, and you could be very, very a commodity for these legal systems out here, which is going to be set to hem up our people. But see how things are happening so fast, but at the same time, Esau don't have no time to enjoy it, because in the midst of him getting his NWO off the ground, he's gonna have mass chaos on all sides, man, because you're gonna have people that's gonna refute that. Okay, like they were talking about damn, I just lost my train of thought, but basically shit, I lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. It'll come back to me. But basically, Esau Edom, man, he's not gonna have time to enjoy that, because the Most High is gonna get him up out of here. Because they think somehow, some way, they're gonna get people to just completely conform to their systems, and they will get, the majority of the people. Okay, because most people, they need to live. Like Mike Tyson, Lord's will, I may do a lesson on that later. He basically felt like he's gonna give up the spirit because he took the juice. He said that he was pretty much beaten to submission, and everybody was giving him shit. Like, how the hell was a nigga that was knocking everybody else out beaten to submission? But see, you don't understand, Mike Tyson is part of the establishment, man. Okay, he's part of it. No matter how good or how strong he is, how well he can fight, at the end of the day, when the elites got your card, they got your card. Okay, he ain't gonna knock out one of the Rothschilds, man. Trust me. And he stated, well, he had to continue to provide for his family. You see, that's what happened when you put your faith and trust in Babylon. You have kids here, now you gotta overly sell out, you know, because your talents, because it's one thing you have talent. Oh, shit. That's one thing you have talent, but it's another thing when they exploit your talent and use you to sell out, which a lot of these celebrities did. You see what I'm saying? So the case of that is going to be just totally thrown off. Now, when Biden signed the whole chips manufacturing into America, when he did that speech, I want to say about a month and a half ago, maybe sometime a little beyond that, his I won't say his predecessor, but some other demon came on there. I don't know the Edomite's name, but he was basically speeching for Joe Biden at that time, and he basically stated that those chips are going to pretty much bring down inflation. Okay, and we know what that means. That's going to be the so-called driving factor or the so-called benefactor behind taking an MOTB. Okay, oh, you take it, then we're going to lower the cost. Well, how is that going to happen? Especially when nobody's dealing with your dollar. But then again, all these other governments, they're on ahead with the CBDC too. Okay, with the digital currencies, the cryptocurrencies. Okay, with the social credit-based systems. These world governments, yeah, they may appear to be against each other, but overall, they all working in unison. Because the Russians, the Russians, the British, okay, you got India, they rolled out CBDC in their own manner, okay, and several other countries are seeming that you thought was against the establishment, they're really not, because the elites, they're playing both sides of the coin, man. Okay, all these wars they're setting up, like all wars are bankers' wars, they're setting these things up ultimately to enslave you people and to take away your rights, man. Because you say, well, why would they target us so much when they have everything? Well, because they need slaves, and they know that there's strength in numbers, and to keep you people divided, they can do whatever it takes to keep you divided, because they know that the average American bozo is not smart enough to articulate that he's being played or not, man. Prime example, if everybody thought like us, you wouldn't have no cars on this goddamn highway right now, wasting their time going to work for nothing. Like, yeah, this place is falling, and these people are trying to live it up and get as much money as they can in a felony system. This is trash, man. There shouldn't be no cars out here right now. Everybody should be at the IRS buildings, down at them goddamn courthouses. They should be down there protesting, man. And when I say protesting, I ain't talking about with no damn signs, man. Okay, you people, this is your kingdom. You should be down there cracking heads, man. And we ain't inciting that. But if you look at every other nation, they're down there trying to get their rights back. They pulling out knives, man. They're raiding U.S. embassies. And you stupid idiots over here, only thing you could do is fucking go to work and get overly oppressed by your fucking supervisors, man. That's why a lot of people are walking away from this job. They said the job market is at 60% right now. That means 60% of the people have to do 100% of the work, which is an extra 40% on everybody else, which is taxing people's minds, man. Like, it's to the point at my job, they don't even care if you come in late no more. They don't even give a shit. They don't say nothing to nobody, as long as it ain't a weekly meeting. They don't care if you show up 5-10 minutes late. They don't really care, man, because they know that people are just like, man, whatever. You lucky we even coming in this place. And it's gonna get to that point, what they call the Great Resignation, when people are walking away from these jobs in mass numbers, and people are saying, they say, look, we don't care how much money you pay us. We just tired of this shit, okay? There's not enough work and lifestyle balance. Here you working 10 to 12 hours a day, and you gotta wait a whole year to get a week off, man. That's bullshit. Okay, that's why they gotta pay people so well at these establishments, man. And that's why a lot of these city and state agencies, they're giving people a lot of time off. Some companies are giving people 40, 50 hours AL, which stands for vacation time. They're giving them that time off because they need to get people in the door. But also, a lot of these companies are rescinding on their bonuses. You know, they're rescinding on it because people, you know, the companies, they don't have the money to establish it anymore, man. Okay, some companies giving $3,000 bonus. Some companies giving $1,500 bonus. In some cases, some companies are giving $5,000 bonuses, you know, over a course of time. You see? But they need people in the door, but people that's not selling people anymore. People who are just ready to just succeed, and people ready to just be in their own mindset, man. And in many ways, I can't blame them, because honestly, you working and the cost of inflation is going up. Like, your employer should match at least 10%. If inflation is at 9%, you should at least be taking home 18%. That way you can have that increase in balance, okay, and you can have enough to play with and pay your bills, and you can keep the companies in order. But this is all about establishing a draconian system, okay? This is all about establishing oppression. Like it tells you in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it says the man that opened not the houses of his prisoners, man. Okay, and also go into the hard bondage that we were made to serve, because this is a hard bondage. You just become accustomed to it, and you're like on autopilot. You like, you know, you're kind of like, you're on autopilot, so to speak, man. You're so accustomed to doing the same bullshit every goddamn day, which this is just folly, man. Okay, see, diesel went back up to 5.10. Okay, 5.05. Diesel was down at 4 something, but now it's back up to $5, man. And it's gonna continue to rise, because I believe that Biden did some type of relief at the pump, which I believe is like 6 months of no taxes or something like that at the gas pumps. But when that expire, hey, you better believe that man, you better believe that that the pump, the gas prices are gonna go up to $8-9, man, possibly 10 in certain areas, because people was complaining about it so much, they decided to do something, which shows you that they can make gas 98 cents if they wanted to. But it's not about that. It's about oppressing people, man. It's about getting people to bow down to this system. They want to squeeze you into submission of the MOTB. So when things get so bad, they're going to come up with a solution and say, well, look, this is the only solution we have. You have to take the microchip. That's going to get your rent lower. That's going to get you, they may promise you that. They may, you know, do something on the side, give you some type of rebate or give you some type of relief there. Knock a couple $100 off rent for a couple of months. And then they selling you a dream, and then all of a sudden, that's when they going to roll on you, man. The Most High is going to roll on you. Because the minute they pass that MOTB, hey, you better believe that, hey, that's when the Most High is getting ready to judge this place. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that the MOTB is here by next year, man. Okay, they talking about December 13th, the establishing of digital assets, so we may not necessarily see the decline of the dollar then. But overall, man, that dollar collapse is coming. Okay, whether it be sooner than later, I'm back knowing sooner. You know, next year, Lord's will, you know, we can see the end of this fucking, this wickedness, man, this oppression, because it's getting old. It's stupid and it's old, and it's not fun. All right, you know, it just, our minds ain't in this shit. All right, precept Psalms 2 and 3, 2 and 2. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord, saying, his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. That he sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Okay? So, anyway, I'm going to end it there, brothers. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, shalom and a ball.